Hello, everyone. My name is Caitlin Huller, and I'm an account manager here at Chartbeat. Thanks so much for joining me for this short webinar covering all the ways Chartbeat helps you get the most out of your content. Today, I'll be covering 3 topics. First, how to see all of your traffic from social in Chartbeat. Second, how to use Chartbeat to surface content to post on social. And third, how to use Chartbeat to understand when the best time to post on social is for your audience. I'll save time for questions at the end, so please hold on to them throughout the presentation or enter them into the webinar chat. I'm going to start in the real-time dashboard. On the right side of the dashboard, you can see all of the sources that are referring traffic to your site. If you're interested in social media, I recommend filtering on social traffic. Now you can see the specific referrers to your site. You may be wondering what email, apps, and IM means. This is what we refer to as dark social, or any peer-to-peer sharing that we don't track, such as WhatsApp, iMessage, or other peer-to-peer messaging apps. We do not categorize this traffic as direct traffic, like some other analytics services do, because we think it's useful to categorize these different visitor behaviors separately. Direct visitors navigate directly to your homepage or other landing pages using a bookmark or typing your domain into their browser, versus direct social visitors that are referred via a link from a platform or website that doesn't permit the transfer of referrer data in the network request to your site. We also will break out any tweets that are driving traffic to your site in the tweets by traffic section. Next, I want to direct your attention to the top story section, where you may see badges. These will show up with a social site's logo and a percentage, and it indicates that you have an unusually high number of visitors from a social platform on that page. If you're seeing a social badge, it's an indicator that this article is doing especially well at driving traffic from social media. This should also be a signal that it's time to double down on promoting it on that platform and across your other social channels. Another way to stay ahead of trends on social media is through spike alerts. When an article is seeing higher engagement from social or link sources than average for your site, Chartbeat will send a spike alert. You can configure these to be sent to your Slack or email by clicking on Settings in the right upper corner, then heading to Alerts. When you get a spike alert, there are a few simple steps you can follow immediately. First, check where most of the audience on that post is coming from. If it's social, get that post everywhere you can or promote it further. There's a strong possibility that many of the visitors coming from social may be new visitors. So you have an opportunity to optimize the article for deeper engagement and recirculation. Our data has shown that 45% of the readers who load an article will leave within the first 15 seconds, which means you have a limited window to give them a reason to stay. And Chartbeat has also seen consistently that the longer people stay on your site, the more likely they are to visit again. By encouraging your readers to recirculate, you can create stronger engagement and increase the possibility that new audiences will return. If you do promote social posts and tag them with UTM codes, you can use Chartbeat to track how they're performing in real time, allowing you to make important decisions about what to promote where. UTM traffic is also tracked through our premium reporting tool, Advanced Queries, where you can set up a recurring report to stay on top of longer-term trends. Just a reminder that if you want to learn more about UTM codes or any of the other things we're talking about today, we'll share the presentation with links, but always feel free to reach out to us at support@chartbeat.com. If you're curious about who else is talking about your content on social, click on a specific article to see offsite social. Our partnership with CrowdTangle allows you to see public posts with links to your content that people are interacting with. These posts may not be driving traffic to your site, but it's a great way to see and possibly join the conversation around your content. You can also understand your social traffic using the historical dashboard. When you segment by time frame, you can see what hours or days of the week your audience is coming to your site from social. I'll speak more about how to determine the best times to post on social later in the presentation. If you scroll down, you'll see a list of your top articles for that time period, with badges that note if there was anything unique about the traffic or engagement on that article, including if there were a high number of visitors coming from social. For a regular, longer-term view of what performed well on social, you can use our historical reports tool. These reports, which can be sent to your email either daily or weekly, highlight insights like if a certain traffic source referred more traffic than usual, or if an article saw more social traffic than average. Your team can use these reports to pick up on new trends that could help inform your social strategy. Now that we know where to find social traffic information in Chartbeat, let's take a moment to understand how this data can inform what types of articles to post on social. First, consider that not all articles are good for all platforms. We have some data on what types of articles do best on social as opposed to search. Search audiences are drawn to factual, personally relevant stories. For example, election results or sports scores. On social, different types of stories resonate, ones with a more emotional human spin on the news. Consider this when deciding which stories to post or promote on social and which to optimize for search. When it comes to finding articles to post on social, Chartbeat can help surface articles that may be relevant to the current news cycle that you can get a little more traction from. If you're keeping an eye on social trends, try typing trending topics into Chartbeat's article search to find top performing articles on similar topics that you can repost with tweaks to get into the conversation. If you're seeing an older article suddenly getting a lot of traffic without any promotion, this points to an audience engagement opportunity. Make sure that article is posted on all social platforms and that it's optimized for a new audience, and provide links to any updated information you may have published since. Chartbeat can also be helpful in understanding when the best time is to post on social. In general, we've seen that social traffic outperforms overall traffic during evenings and nights, notably 6 p.m. to midnight. Social traffic underperforms overall traffic from the morning through to the early afternoon. So try posting more later in the day. You can also put that data to the test by running an experiment where you post later on some days and earlier on others, and see which works best for your specific audience. And just in case you might be wondering, this data was adjusted for different time zones since we work with a wide range of global publishers. But before you go posting to all your social channels at 11 p.m., it would be worth looking at your historical data to understand which days and times your audience is spending the most time on social, or is most likely to come to your site from social. For example, our data science team has uncovered a consistent trend of readers turning to search to find the latest information around major news events, with a slight delay to when they go to social media to either share or comment on the news. In fact, it can take up to 12 to 24 hours for social traffic to get to the levels that search had when the news broke. It's important to understand that while your audience may be looking for information via social, there's an equally compelling opportunity to optimize for search. That way, you can focus your resources where and when they will have the most impact. Today, we focused on some tactics to optimize your social media strategy, but Chartbeat's tools can help you optimize all content opportunities that arise in real time, whether it's refers from social or spikes in search traffic. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll now open it up to questions before we wrap up. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up now. We'll be following up with a recording of the webinar as well as a short survey. It's super brief, and any feedback you can provide is very helpful to us. Thanks so much and have a great day.